But man, what a game. This has been very exciting. Okay, so going to push. I think Ezad does need to make a move here. He needs to do something. He's got a strong army, but doesn't have really a huge eco behind it to support much more. He's got all his villas on wood. Going to be dropping a town center, certainly. See where he decides to drop that. Meanwhile, we do have some villagers southeast that Ezad could go raid. But look at that. 3 town centers, Pafanok, Gaskinia. You know, that should be enough to overwhelm this, I'd imagine. Where is he building his town center? There, okay, right there, down here. Got a nice little migration. He's probably going to need to capture this next, though. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we got some javelin popping out. Oh, war camp taking some fire. So just going to try to kite, because these can basically just get, like, every time they take a shot, it's going to be a unit dying. And you really don't want to just stand and fight this. So I think he's doing a good job here, just taking shot, moving back, taking out a unit. Okay, so kind of a standoff here. No one's really committing to the fight, but Ezad's keeping them pinned down. I wonder if Mido realized how many villagers he's ahead at the moment. 13 villagers. Do we have a second town center? No, we did not. Oh, he's still in H2. I guess that is a difference. If he can afford to to be down villagers when he's got the tech advantage at the moment. But man, that's a lot of Gassinia. Keys says this in chat. University's overrated. Gonna end up working at McDonald's anyways. Uh-oh. Those are healers. Where are you going? No one notices. They're just going out on a stroll. Down goes Aben. Maybe. Nope, it survived. It survived. But man, that's a lot of Gassinia. Now, Mido, I feel like Mido wants to wait until he gets these things teched up, though. But he's not, doesn't really look too concerned. Okay, he almost has it. He's going to have it here in a second. Elite infantry is going to come in. And really, the rate of fire on these, I don't think the Magadi are just going to be able to, well, I feel like a massive Gaskinia is going to be better than a super strong Magadi. We'll have to see. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, they just look really weird. Whatever formation they're in. Okay, now he does have 2, so he must have got something at the university, so he has 2 explorers at the moment. And some Neftinia in production. Elite Neftinia, rather. And shipping some Neftinia for Mido. So, looking nice for Mido. What is, let's look at the eco. So, Ezad's got 33 vils. Mido's on 46 vils. What shipments haven't been sent yet here? Okay, so mostly just some unit shipments, maybe some cannoneers for Ezad. Or some upgrades, rather. Oh, man! Huge find there for those javelin. Down goes one vil, 2 vils. So these are the kind of move Ezad needs to make to settle the economic score at the moment. And we got the Explorer snaring. And Mido, oh, he's going to get an easy pick off on these. Man, if he rolls up on those villagers, could be nice. Okay, Javelin did fall back. Look, Vilcat now, 44 vils to 37. Definitely lessen the gap there a little bit. He does have a second town center up. 1, 2. Does he have a third town center? Now, I wonder if he spent wood on this or if he used influence on it. Because he could use the House of Builder, technically. Okay, so we got the Gaskinia moving in. Now, these guys can very quickly siege down this palace. The villagers just making a run for it. What's going on down south? Holy cow! Huge raid on Ezad's villagers. Wow. You know, the Shadow Warriors really haven't done... They've been kind of hunting this whole game. And, man, Ezad's losing a lot of villagers. Palace going down. It's a complete cleanup around that town center. 45 vils for Mido versus 32 for Ezad now. Magadi are do some kiting. Blaze Neftinia, these are skirmisher units. They're gonna do quite well against these. They do have the heavy infantry tag. So Neftinia are gonna be nice. He's got 3 barracks popping out Neftinia, and then he's also got the Sebestal mortar coming. So looking really like it's going to be Mito's game here. This is looking quite nice. Okay, I think this will be quite a decisive battle. We got units popping out back here. It was just starting to look like Ezad was stabilizing. He had his second town center up. He had a nice little mass of Magadi, but Mido just had a huge raid on his villagers. Took out that town center, of course, there a while back. And now he's starting in. I mean, the siege on this mask could just like instantly take down these houses. But I don't think that's going to be an issue for Ezad at the moment. But it will be if he gets a few more of them. So what can he really do? He's got some javelin, but the javelin really aren't going to counter any of these units. They'll do okay against Giskinia. Maybe I don't know. It's 24 of them. In mass, they do pretty well, but I don't think, especially with all these Neftinia in here, not going to do the job. Okay, score. It's looked like that for a bit now, Ezad. Never tell me the odds, as Mito said last game. Okay, here goes the mortar. I feel like he's going to see this mortar and be like, okay. Where's the javelins? You know, these javelins almost could have intercepted that mortar. I think it just rolled across all on its own. It's derping out right now. Now, this mortar is exposed, but okay, he's picking up some villagers to the north. This is nice for Ezad, but I just don't think it's gonna compare to losing a town center, losing all of his infrastructure. Another town center going down. Mido is just looking to be in a great position. Down goes. They're trading town centers, I guess. Are there any villagers in this town center? What we got? 11 villagers, so this will be nice. GG's, that's called GG. And there we go. Round 2, victory goes to Mitoe. And I'll adjust the correct score. So it makes the score 1 Mitoe, 1 Ezad. And if I am correct, the next round, the loser gets to pick European or a non-Africa civ. So that means Ezad's going to probably be busting out whatever his main squeeze might be. Quite possibly, I'm not sure what his favorite civilization is. Let's look at the Fitzbro post-game report. We got Mitoe with the 39k res versus Ezad's 28k res. So quite a big economic difference here just for most of this game. Look at the villager count here. Look at that. H3 just lost so many villagers. Yeah, this is when he was tanking with them, right? He brought them out of the town center and was just holding on for dear life. But unfortunately, he may have won that battle, but not the war. But yeah, there we go. And let's see what else. Military population. Look at that. Mido having just a huge lead there with his army. Ezad, you know, he had a few very strong units. I really like. Hats off to Ezad for trying something unique, going just for the Magadi right out of the gate there. It almost makes me wonder how much of that civilization he's played so far, because I know that when I first played in Africa, I thought those were super cool and was going to build a whole strats around them. But you quickly learn that Giskinia just outmass you and end up being better units, even though the Magadi are so strong. Let's move into the next round. Okay, round 3. Wonder what civs we will see here. We got this. I probably should delete some of these, huh? Okay, round 3 of Mido versus Ezad. Let's load in. And get the predictions are up here, guys. Looks like the predictions have been updated. Okay, so this is, of course, the chat from the previous game. Let's introduce this. Welcome to round 3 of Mitoe versus Ezad here for the EGC TV African Championship. The score is tied 1-1, and for this game, Ezad got to choose the civilization, and he has busted out India. So he got to choose a non-Africa civ, and Mido has selected the Hausa as he played in round 1. And just starting to scout the map here. I can't remember what the name of this map is. Someone in chat will please remind us here. But a nice here again. I'm not. Maybe he's not going for an early university, but like if you're playing against Hausa, you don't want them to be super close to a trade post because it just helps boost their university early on. So it's sometimes nice to just pick a map that doesn't have a trade post right next to the town center. But here we are. Let's see what's going on with their explorers. Okay, so Mido has picked up a 60 coin treasure here. Explorer has only taken just a little bit of damage, barely any at all. We've got India's to explore monks checking out the battlefield. This is an interesting map. It's got all this water kind of throughout. It reminds me of Bayou. If you guys played that map, it was in the rotation a ton for the Asian dynasties. Where it's got all this water. You can't really build here, so it makes it awkward. You can't just like wall up. Even walling in base is weird because the trade route goes so close to your town center. You can't just like throw it just becomes really weird. So it forces a lot of interesting map control here, or you might say forward base, like here on one of these middle island or what you want to call it. Okay, so India has not picked his deck yet. Now, the thing you guys got to realize for many of these players, they've been spending, could be 5 or 10 years playing some of these civilizations. I don't know how long Ezad's been playing India for, versus, Mido is new to this house of civilization. Now, it seems to be pretty much consistent in the community that the African civs are, would be the strongest ones at the moment as far as balance goes, but we're still just learning, what their full potential is. But will Mido be able to go up against Ezad here with all the assumed experience he has with India? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, now I would expect Mido maybe to play this a little more aggressively. I don't know if he's just wait back. We'll kind of see what happens here at the start of H2. We'll have to be watching very closely. Let's look at India's deck. Distributism, of course, for first. Oh, look at this, 100 XP. Man, that's a nice treasure to be picking up there. I always like finding that one. It's a warthog and a lion, an ode to you might say a movie that some of you guys might have seen. Looking at H3 here, we've got some elephant combat, some unit shipments. Nothing too crazy. This looks like a pretty standard India deck to me. Nothing too wild there. Let's see what is going on with Mitoe. Okay, so he does have this mercenary improvement card in his deck. We did see this deck before. This is the same deck he used earlier. Doesn't look like any changes here. Okay, now he has built a university here in Age 1. Now this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. He's getting the advantage of this town center and this university, and then once he takes this trading post, it's going to add 0.75 experience. Now it does look like he did remember this time to switch it over to experience. Now he does not have the House of Builder, so we're not going to see that. So first shipment maybe 4 vills, or we might see a unit shipment here. For India, putting down in base an Agra. Yeah, that is an Agra fort, so a defensive Agra fort. Now, that Agra, he's got 1 gold mine in here in base, but he's going to need he's got some hunts here, but the gold ends up being like off to the side. If you guys look where the gold is, like you have to control kind of like your whole little island, because you're going to run out of gold there in base. So we got a silver mine, got 2k gold there, but he'll have to expand out either this way or come across the marsh here to this gold mine. Now, looking at the natives, we do have the Sudanese on this map. I think both of them, yes, which are nice units. You can get the Dervish, or you can go the Askari there in H3, and they've got some techs. We've got the Red Sea trade, which allows you to get some trade post wagons, or you can get all cav and shock infantry, get additional armor against melee attacks. I have truly loved the use of natives for the new natives with the African civs. I've always thought it was just a shame that it's such a cool aspect of the game that often we don't really see it used a ton, just because it becomes too costly or just not the strongest options. But I think with a lot of these native maps and native civs, we've seen natives used more than ever, and I would like to see that the case for all civilizations. They're particularly strong for the African civilizations because they shadow tech with each age up. And if you're not sure what a shadow tech that it is, it means when you age up, those units are going to just automatically be upgraded to that next age. So he said that's quick. Talking about age up time of Mido. Now Mido did go up with the House of Builder. I mean, it's such a strong age up. We got the Agri Fort over here. We got our two Sepoy running around. Four villagers, the first shipment. We got wood is the first shipment for Ezad. So nothing too wild yet. We've got explorers checking around, trying to get some intel. Building a house out here. He's realized he's going to start herding this stuff in. Give him some line of sight. You see a sad face. I can only assume that what's he trying to eat? Ezad says can't even eat them. What's he trying to eat? I don't know. Oh, the goats. Oh, he murdered two goat treasure. Yesterday I was playing as Lakota and someone picked up one of those goat treasures and I walked up and I kept hitting his explorer and I killed both the goats. That was pretty fun. Okay, so he's picking up some goat treasures of his own there for Mitoe. What is he going to be doing? Let's see what he's got in queue. I would expect some javelins. Oh, some raiders. Okay, so we got Fulani. It looks like he... Now, hold on a second here. Oh, he's house at the moment. He trained 5 Fulani. Yeah, and he's shipping some raiders. He's going to train some raiders. So he's going to have a lot of raiders with some 5 Fulani. He does give a second war camp. Now, I think in our previous game in the Africa mirror, or not a mirror, but Ethiopia versus Hausa, Mido stayed on 1 war hut, which he ended up losing, war camp rather. This game he has gone with 2 of them. He's starting production, so I expect probably some more aggressive H2 gameplay. Look at the score. Mido's looking pretty nice at the moment. It's hard to say if that's what people are asking, like how does the scoring work with the African civs? Do they outscore? Not really sure exactly how they stack up at the moment, but I do feel like they scale quite nicely. Okay, so Seaboy going down. Just those 5 Fulani, they're a great unit, especially when you go against just heavy infantry there. And we got some more raiders out on the field. A pretty nice little base going up here for Mido. Looks like a consulate going down for Ezad. And the Seaboy just getting cleaned up by these Fulani, just kind of poking in, doing some snare. So got shipment order here. So he did send influence, and he's going to get the Ottoman consulate. I'm assuming going to get villagers with that Ottoman consulate. And we got some Fulani popping out. Does he get the pop? We got 3 and 1. Does he get it? No, he didn't get any more. And we got a house here. I think Ezad put this house down just for some line of sight, but those raiders are a siege trooper. And they have quite good siege, so taking out that house pretty easily. India has the wood, the backup behind there, but certainly it doesn't help to lose that. We'll see if he picks off this house next. Let's see, is he coming around? Not yet. We got Fu Fulani. Let's see, what's Mido doing? Training up some javelin. Okay, he's shipping Fulani and training javelin. Well, I would say Mido is committed here to H2. Meanwhile, did not go for villagers. He went for the hussars here from the Ottoman consulate. Now, one thing about raiders, I will note, he does have such a good mass. Raiders do not do very well just up against other cavalry, but you know what does do well against them? Javelin riders. And we got these Fulani coming in here in the back, and Mido's just looking really nice. What treasure is this? This is good. 190 experience. Wow. That's a huge treasure to pick up there. Taking out the hippo. One of the most dangerous animals on the planet, the hippo. Guarding some treasures here. A very expensive treasure. Gonna get in a 5-star shipment. Plus we'll give him a villager, of course. Okay, and going to start taking on the mighty Agra Fort. See, like, look at the experience there. That thing's getting 2 per second at the moment as far as experience for that university, since it's by the trade post. Okay, I don't think he has enough Seaboy to take this on, but if he can pick... I mean, we have, what, how many... He needs to keep the Fulani alive, for sure, to take this fight. These raiders will just get shredded in can combat against the Seaboy, but he might have no choice. Oh, there you go! Huge stomp! Wow, huge stomp. We got a Minuteman pop out of the consulate from the Ottomans, and this is an unexpected little shift here from Ezad, and also come out to soar. He does have some javelins, but it's going to send Mido running for the hills. Wow, very good play here for Ezad. And you never know what's going to pop out of that pesky Agrifort. Okay, and both players have retreated to their own bases. What was that? Someone followed something. That must be my Twitch notifications. That's pretty funny. Okay. Okay, so Mido has fallen back to his base. Villager-wise, we got 29 vills versus the 30 vills of India. So India is now up on villagers, of course, with just those shipments. Of course, you know, picking up the huge XP treasure was really nice for him. I'd almost like love to see him go take this one, 190 XP. I mean, that equals a villager essentially for him. Okay, so a lot of Sepoy. Honestly, I feel like just full jab would do well here, wouldn't it? I feel like full jab would be okay. Or Fulani, really, Fulani or jab should do well here. I would think he's going to need some Gurkha or something to defend against this at some point. And maybe he is doing this. Look at this. A lot of javelins, got some Fulani. Now, interesting. Ezad has chosen to stay on these berry bushes versus walking out to get the giraffes. Maybe a quick decision during a fight. Or maybe just decide to keep those things safe. Okay. Okay. The Agrifort taking some shots at his army. He knows it's out there, but let's see what Mido can see. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know that hunt's there. Yeah, it's really kind of perfectly hidden. And Ezad's got a lot of Sepoy. He's at the... I wonder how these guys... I honestly have not taken Javelin up against these. So this will be interesting. I feel like this is a lot of Sepoy, though. I'm not sure about this. That's Zambarak back there. Zambarak will certainly help with those raiders if they'd come in range. Yeah, I'm not sure if this would be a fight I'd want to take yet. Where it's going to become interesting with this map is like when you start to run out of this initial res round base, things get really weird as you move out. Okay. I mean, Ezad's got a pretty intimidating force of Sepoy there that I just don't think he's going to be able to straight on engage yet. Oh, but he does have Desert Warriors. I'm assuming that shipment of Desert Warriors that he has. And he did send those. And those will help this battle quite a bit. The Zambraks are just cleaning up those raiders. Does he have more raiders? No, the raiders are dead. Trying to tell who's winning this fight. These Desert Warriors are no joke. And both monks are down. Looking at the Sepoy count here, we've got 16 left. A few Minutemen, 6 Minutemen doing some damage. But looks like Mido just easily cleaning up. The Fulani on the back line are just going to shred what's left here. And man, that's a big loss there for Ezad after that fight. Just with the rate of fire of these units, kind of a hard one to take without any Gurkha. I don't know. I wonder why he didn't make any Gurkha. Maybe he expected a bunch of raiders or Lafidi. But in also an awkward position, his villagers are not gathering. He's losing just about all of his army. How will Ezad respond to this moment? And he's got Cav attack coming in right now. He does have 4 Soars out, but the Cav attack's not going to do a whole lot for him. Now, these Desert Warriors will help with him with some siege if he does decide to engage that Agrifort. And he is going to do that. And this is looking quite good for Mitoe. What do you guys think, chat? Well, how is Ezad going to pull out of this? That Agrifort is certainly going to go down. He's just now training his first Gurkha of the day. Okay, and Ezad calls GG. Okay, and that makes it Ezad 2. I'm sorry, Mitoe 2 to Ezad 1. Or 12, look at that. Okay, there we go. So I guess there's your answer. Mito's Hausa was able to take on Ezad's India. Let's check out the post-game report. Resources-wise, rather close, but Mito was ahead. Now, it does include influence as well in the count. You do have to count on that. Let's look at the military count. It's interesting he decided to go pure Sepoy against what was largely Javelin Fulani. I felt like Gurkha might have helped him out a little more in the situation, but maybe also just being afraid of being run up on by Lafidi or some raiders. With the Village Graph, India was, I mean, they were neck and neck for most of the game. Now, I guess you couldn't be too afraid because I think Mido doesn't even have the Lafidi card in his deck, right? Yeah, he doesn't. So, I don't know. Maybe he was afraid of this Dervish. Man, I would like to maybe see some dirt. Man, you know what would have done well? Well, wouldn't these guys do pretty well against them? Yeah, I think they would have. And some Dervish against that Sepoy Bass would have been pretty nice. Okay, let's move on to game number 4. Not going to lie. Solo casting 2 series, my voice will probably be gone. Usually you like have someone to talk to or something. I might legit have to go get water here soon. Okay. EDC TV. Okay, game. That was game number 3, right? Okay. Let's get this loaded up. And we'll pause it real quick. So, once again, this chat is from the previous game, not from this game. Oh, interesting. Needed Gurkha, I guess. That's what I was kind of thinking. I mean, I don't play a lot of India, but this kind of seemed like the better choice there. Okay, so let's see. Who would have chosen the map this time? This would have been Ezad's choice of map, and he's chosen the Hausa. Interesting, because there's not a close... I don't think there's a close trading post. Is this first one close enough? Maybe it is. Let's get on with it. Okay, unlock. Okay, welcome to game number 4 of the series. This is the EGC TV African Championship with Ezad versus Mitoe. At the moment, we have Mido up 2 versus Ezad has won 1 game. And Ezad lost this previous match, so he got to choose Hausa, while Mitoe has selected Chinese. And this is an interesting map. It's got a water trade post, which is new to these new African maps. And these also have an island in the middle with a huge gold mine. Look at that, 2 islands. And there's also a little pond to the north. If you want a little bit of fish, we got some Nile perch here. We have the Akan trade routes here, or trade posts rather. Let's make those Encobias, which is like a musketeer type unit. They also have a few techs. Let's check out these techs here. We've got infantry training and movement speed. Cost 500 influence for Africa, that is. We've got the you can get this this basically like a hero unit for the Akan, which is just a strong unit. We get a gold prospector wagon, which is a nice use for this, particularly late in the game. You get a gold prospector wagon. You've got all villagers gather food from berry bushes, mills, farms, rice paddies, and fields faster, and then all food is converted into 50% wood coin. Okay, so those are the text we're looking at there. Let's see what's going on here out on the map. We'll look at Ezad's Hausa deck. Now, last game he did a Magadi attack deck, right? I believe is what he had tried. Doesn't look like he has that in this deck. This one is 1v1 smiley face, or whatever you want to call that face, X'd out face. Now, interesting, he does have 4 semi-fattened cattle in here. Is he going to send this? Oh, he sent it first. So I'm assuming he's going to eat those and age up quick. I suspect we might see what you might consider some cheese here. Is he going to get a fast age and get up with a quick rush on his opponent? We will see. Okay, picking up 35 food treasure here for Mitoe. So cattle first, huh? Very interesting. Okay, looking at Mitoe's deck. Here's China's deck. Now, I don't play a ton of Chinese, to be honest with you, so I probably can't give you a whole lot of intricacies of this deck. Let's see if there's anything that stands out. Each village do 1 time less for a second. Yeah, we've seen that. Repelling volley. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty normal. It's definitely not a fast industrial deck. Yeah, it looks pretty normal to me. Oh no, he is going Mido build, says chat. Oh, let's see. Yeah, herd stands out. Okay, there you go. Okay, picking up a 85 food treasure here. And here it is. The lion and the warthog is picking up the 100 XP. Man, I just feel like this 100 XP treasure is so good. It's typically easy to pick up. Now, he's taking a lot of damage. One thing that I find quite interesting about the African Explorer is so they're really fast. And with the Chaos ability, they're able to pick super strong treasures up, taking virtually no damage. Like, look how much the Chinese Explorer took, how much damage he took to take that. He could have came in and taken 2 shots at him with his Amir and taken almost no damage. So I can't say I quite love that is true, but maybe we'll see that change here in the future. Okay, aging up here. Let's see what is going on for Ezad. So he is aging up with what? Songhai. Okay, so that's going to give him an option to do the Songhai raid, which costs 500 influence. I'm assuming he's going to be trading in the Songhai cattle probably for that influence to get that raid off right away. And maybe he'll even send a shipment of 6 raiders as well. Now, China in general struggles against Cav, particularly in the early game. You have to make these mixed armies of pikes and archers, right? So if you can just get an overwhelming force of cavalry, it can be really good against them. But of course, they do have a pike shipment they can send. But we'll see if he decides to go with that. I expect we might be seeing these things get sold off here for some influence and get an immediately get. Or you could even send he could send these riders as the first shipment if he sells all these for influence. But we'll have to see. But oh man, and Mido has just now started to age. Yeah, this is gonna hit really hard if Ezad really pushes a rush here. I'll throw down some houses. And boom, let's see what the first shipment is. Does he sell these? Okay, out goes the camp builder. He's just waiting, maybe waiting for the right moment. He has not used the shipment yet. Maybe waiting to send it till his what's that? It's going to be a tower, I assume. Camp builder can build a war camp or watchtower. So I bet he'll throw a watchtower down and then send shipment. Okay, so he's going to send the desert raiders first. Okay, that's why I got all the golds. That's going to be 500 gold, which is the desert warriors, which are kind of like a super strong musk type unit, kind of. They've got different stats when you switch their fire mode. But I haven't really played around with that a ton. It was really crazy at one point during the beta, and I know they changed it. Okay. I'm curious he decided to start with those versus maybe he's just going to pop the raid behind it and didn't want to have full cav. That might be calculated. I feel like I would have done the way too risky decision of just going all in and sitting like raiders and Lafiti like right out the gate. Okay, so China's going to get his age up before any units have arrived yet here. There we go, hitting age 2 for Mitoe. Let's look at his perspective. Now, he did scout that, I do believe. Yeah, so he saw that tower, and if he's played even a little bit on ladder, it's not uncommon to see this tower strategy being used. So he knows it's incoming, so he's got 8 Chokanu's being shipped here first for defense. They will do quite well, I think, here against Desert Warriors. Now, Desert Warriors are strong if they can stay in range and keep fighting. But if he can kite, maybe he'll be okay. Now I'm expecting we're going to see... there we go. Oh, sending Desert Raiders. Okay, yes, he did trade off all of his influence. Look at that, guys. He sold all his cows. He had 1,200 influence. Now he's sending in the Raiders. He's trained some Desert Raiders. And look at this army. 5 Raiders... 5 Desert Raiders, 5 Raiders, and 10 Desert Warriors at the 5-minute and 50-second mark. And these guys have a 30 siege. I'm sorry, not 30 siege, 15 siege. 30 Guardian tank. And it's going to easily take out that house. Now, Ezad is housed at the moment. It looks like it's just kind of an all-in, right? He's got no villagers in queue. He's got 13 villagers. This is like an all or nothing for him. He's got to win with what he's got here. He's taking out houses, but he does already have his units in queue. Staying back. But man, I mean, what do you do against this? I do believe this is going to be probably nerfed. I would not even be surprised this week. It's just such a Such a strong timing. What could China possibly have? He's got a second shipment coming in of pikemen, but there's just so many units. Okay, popping everything. We got pikemen, we've got our volleys, sentries, irregulars, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's happened here. Ezad has to hold on here. Now, the Shuknu is just getting slaughtered on the back line by these desert raiders. Unfortunately, the pikes did not get on them. He really did want to keep those alive. But really, all Mido, I feel like, has to do is just survive. Like, what's the follow-up going to be? But it does look like his units have all but been cleaned up. So how is he going to deal with this amount of hand cavalry? He's used his pikeman shipment. He's got, it looks like, the standard army being trained here at his palace. But just how do you kill that? Yeah, I don't know. It just feels a little OP to me, but we'll let the devs sort that one out. And Mido calls GG a 7-minute and 14-second game, our fastest one in the series. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to take us to the final round. Is the best of 5. So, wow, that was just a super fast. Yeah, I mean, Mido, he had just about all he could have, right? He opened with 2 unit shipments. He's got all of his regulars. He had his volley. I mean, what more could he really have had? He couldn't have more pikes to kill these. Maybe he could have got the pikes on top of these better, but these just, they survived pretty well. And of course, there'll be more behind that. So, very interesting. I wouldn't say, hey, go on the ladder and start ripping this strategy, because I don't think it's going to be around for much longer, but I know there's been a lot of people picking up the pixel points with it. Okay, let's look at the quick post game here, and we'll move into the next one. Not really a whole lot to really see, other than the fact that Ezad was not training villagers, and he did it was a good build, right? A good build as far as trading in those cattle for that influence, getting that pop of the Songhai out, sending those shipments, getting those desert raiders. Just a really a real thought out build order there, which was just able to stop anything that China could have possibly produced there in base. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, this will be the final game of this series, and then I've got another series coming at you guys. I like that Dronga got to cast the, like, how long was that first series he did today? It was like 30 minutes. It always happens like this for me. I'm going to get water after this game. Maybe I should get a bourbon. What do you guys think? Should we get bourbon? Then you'll hear what I really think. Let's take a hold on. We've been going nonstop. Let's just pause for just a second here. Let's just hang out for just a second here. That's not the right. Oh, that's me. I was trying to go to this. There we go. How you guys doing, chat? What do you think of the series? We're down to the last game, right? So this will be both players get to choose from the African civilization. So not sure what civs are going to choose. We're to the final game of the series, right? Just like I had against GUA there. It comes down to that last game. So it's something you definitely like to see in a tournament. It's always fun. We thought there might be some cheese that last round. There certainly was. So we'll see what happens in this next game. What civs do you think they'll pick? Haza is my favorite of the 2 civilizations, so that's the civ I usually pick. But I feel like there's been a lot of debate about which one is the stronger one necessarily. I saw people saying Hausa earlier, but we've seen Ethiopia doing quite well too. Yeah, ultra long matches. Okay, we're gonna do this match, and then maybe we'll get a little bourbon. How about that? Okay, get the predictions up. Who is going to win the final round of Mitoe versus Ezad? Hausa for life, says Noosh. I think I'm doing Age of Killer and A's as my next series here. Okay. Okay, let's get into this here. Final game. Okay, now this is the chat. Hold on. This is the chat from the previous game, so don't worry, that is not a spoiler. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Good news, guys. The neighbor is having a bonfire, And I'm going later. It's going to be a good time. Gotta text him back. Gotta let the wife know that is what we are going to be doing. Because I'm going to be here casting this, let's be real, for like another several hours. So I don't tell her, she'll head on out without me. Okay. Just got to get this sorted out, and then we'll introduce this game. Okay. Here we go. It's always fun, like, texting someone in your same house, and that's stupid. Laziness. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's introduce it. Who do we think's gonna win? Let's see what chat says. I really don't know. I honestly think this could be anyone's game. Here we go. Welcome to game number 5 of this first series of Ezad versus Mido. Both players have 2-2 for the score. So this is going to be the deciding game for who is going to move on here in this EGC TV African Championship. And you're going to have to help me keep it straight here. We have both players playing as Ethiopia. We're asking which civ is better. And, you know, not really sure. It looks like both these players have decided Ethiopia. Some people say Hausa, but Ethiopia is what we're going to see here. We have Ezad playing as Ethiopia and Mido playing as Ethiopia. It's kind of almost hard to see the color of this light blue here on this map with how bright things are. And both players are a shade of blue, so this will certainly be nice and confusing for me to cast here. Now, Mido typically... where is Mido? Okay, top left. Mido always opens with double granary, as you guys can see here. He likes to get that full coverage of that granary. We got Ezad's having 1 granary. Look at the natives here on this map. Now, this is a very interesting map, right? The edge of these are cut off. It really forces some aggressive gameplay here in map control very quickly. We've got the Berbers here in base, which you can train either some villagers with some influence, or you can get the Berber camels, which are an excellent anti-cav unit, very speedy. You can do the salt mine if you want a salt mine to use for later on in the game. And then as far as technologies, we got the Zanadas, Berbers, Camels, and Sultans gain a charged musket attack, 555 influence for that. King of the Desert, 400. All villagers gain more hit points, and nomads get a bonus for cavalry and can defend themselves. And then we have the Berber dynasties. Military are joined by a Berber Sultan. So kind of like a hero unit. You can use the Salt Caravans, which gives you a steady coin trickle, which grants more resources the more food and wood you... So essentially, this basically rewards you if you are bad at macro and have a lot of res in the bank. And then enemy military units become slower in approaching mills, estates, farms, etc. Okay, what treasures are we picking up here? Okay, 70 XP here for Mido is what he is working on. Meanwhile, Ezad has picked up 75 wood, the war booty. He's got the war booty. Okay, let's look at the decks, right? We can really compare apples to apples here, right? Because we get the same civs. Okay, so Mido's deck has Neftunians can be trained in the Commerce Age. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Foreshadowing, maybe, huh? Okay. He's got this big mortar in there. Has more there. Yeah, pretty similar decks to what we saw before. Does not have Jesuit influence. Let's look at Ezad's deck. Now, Ezad has the same deck he had before. Town center attack increase. Levies Fuhrman be called upon your town. He does have Jesuit influence. So I wonder if he... I think maybe he'll send this. So he'll probably send 3 Vel, Jesuit influence, 4 Vel. Probably the build he's going to do. That's what I typically do. Not sure if that's even the best anymore. But it's just a build you can do. Okay, going for a trade post. Both players put up a trade post. Mido's coming down just after Ezad's. It'll be interesting to see who got the first pass there. Score-wise, well, we can't really compare score yet. Was that his first card? It's the second card, right? I think it's the second card. Let's see. Does he have a... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, second card. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so he's gonna be making Neftunias. Or, you know what's interesting? So if he opens with Giskinia, and Mido opens with Neftunia, I mean, that's gonna be huge. Absolutely huge. Not to mention, yeah, this is gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, here we go. Moving up to the next age. I guess we know what Mido is going to be training. Ezad is just waiting. He's getting his hunting dogs right now. And meanwhile, Mido's training in the early cattle. Because every cattle. Maybe just had some gold. Did he pick up a gold treasure there, maybe? We know he's spamming the shit out of whatever's going on there. It's really hard to keep straight who's who. Mitoe is the teal. Okay, there we go. So he's gathering some gold here during age up and training some cattle. Is this the second cattle he's trained? I think it might be. So he must have sold those or ate them to age up. Didn't quite pay attention before what they might have been doing. This is going to be fun. What a great final game, right? We got some unique gameplays. We've seen some unique strats throughout. Like, I don't know if we've seen the same build twice, which is certainly refreshing. I've certainly sat here and casted the same Portuguese and Sweden games over and over and over and over and over again. So I know some people get worked up about the balance. I mean, I trust the devs are going to work it out, guys. They're making this better. There's been patches since it's come out. We've had two balance patches, essentially, if you include the hotfix. Yeah, it's just fun to have some different variety here in the game. Okay, so both players went down their mountain monastery. We've got gold on the floor. Now, okay, we had a different age up here. I didn't see which one he had done, but so he definitely Ezad definitely went up with Jesuits here, right? He's got his church, where Mido did, whichever one gives him the gold. I can't remember the name of it, but it's irrelevant. Okay, and he is going to boom out some more Abons. Look at that. Boom. He's got 5 Abons. Getting a lot of gold here early on. Well, those Neftenia are going to be expensive, so maybe just save it up for that. You know what? Ezad's probably going to send Jesuit Influence first. Yes, he did send Jesuit Influence, followed by 700 wood. He's got his racks down in base. I assume he'll queue up some Gaskinia there. And both players just kind of chilling, doing their thing, herding. And okay, Javelin. So he went for Javelin Rider. Yeah, an interesting call. Not sure about opening with Javelin Rider. Do people, I mean, do you see, you don't see it, this, I don't see Ethiopia opening out with Shadow Warriors. I guess GUA did against me, but I don't really ever see that. So I don't know if Javelin's the best call to start with. And honestly, if I was Ezad and I scouted in Mido's deck that, oh, I hit the wrong thing. How do I get, let's just switch players. There we go. Trying to click the wrong thing. Like if you scout that card, like, don't you think you got to know what that's doing? Like maybe he didn't look. Maybe who knows? But it could be a decoy. But we'll see here. He's definitely certainly going to pay for it if he gets in range of these Neftenias. Okay, and here come. I do want to mention, we were talking a little bit about, just the DLC in general. The biggest thing I've loved from this Africa DLC release? How smooth the playback is. This is just beautiful. If I click this, it'll go speedy fast. Like, it's super smooth and great. Like, what a great quality of life improvement here for DE. Okay, so taking some shots here at the Explorer. Javelin, probably realizing, oh, we messed up. We're going back. Okay, so Jesuit Influence is going to pay off. It'll be interesting to see how these Neftenia pay off, because I feel like what's stronger? Because we've got Jesuit Influence, like he's going to get a lot of influence out of here with every shipment, versus we've got Mido going all in on the gold. I mean, but not really that much more, I guess, than Ezad. Okay, here we go. Neftenia is taking shots. They're also are slightly boosted, right? It boosts gunpowder infantry. Okay, Explorer going down. Both players have lost their Explorer. I think Gaskinia is still don't do terrible. Okay, and kind of I'd say almost an even trade. I think it's not a huge thing yet. Neftenia's there in the back. Shows Hannah. Ezad is sending Cannoneers at the moment. Mido's just training some more Gaskinia. See, shipment-wise, he has sent 4 vills for wood. Okay. Evolved Dervish would have shifted the fight in favor. Yeah, it could have been nice. No use of the natives here. Sad. Okay, we got a second war camp going down here for Mitoe. One up for Ezad. But he'll be outproducing as far as military goes. I feel like Ezad's just trying to turtle and age is what he's doing. Maybe Mito's doing the same, but I feel like Mito, like sending this card, it's not really a boom, right? I think that's an aggressive move. I think he's gonna probably move out, but Ezad's moving out. Gonna be walking around these pawns. Let's just watch one perspective. Let's see what they see here. Okay, so we got Ezad moving out. Bum, bum, bum. I see some ostriches. Oh, nothing here yet. Ostrich, ostrich, ostrich. We got a lot of Shadow Warriors out there. You know what? Those will do really well. Okay, where the heck is he? I thought we might have an engagement. Oh boy, they're doing a loop-de-loop. Oh, they come out right on top of him. That's nice. I guess Kenya, even just a few, will defend that just fine. Oh man, a lot of Kenya. I'm not sure how these. I don't know if those are going to pay off. I think Mido has the stronger army here. Starting to siege down his only war hut. Now the Cannoneer is getting the flank. So Mido's kind of trapped here by this army at the moment. The Shadow Warriors, unfortunately, are fighting against the unit that counters them. But he's going to get another pop of units out here and all but clean up Mito's army. Is this going to be Ezad's game? I mean, this has to be so decisive to lose. It was certainly a gamble moving in there to Neftenia. And look at that. Ezad cleans up what was left of Mido. And will that be it? Or we keep going? It does look scores even. We got some Neftenia falling back. So I think we got some more gameplay going on here. No GG's called yet. Spend your influence, boys. Yeah, Ezad's got 800 influence versus Mido has 100 influence. Not sure what they're doing with all of that influence. But they got it. They can use it in the next stage, I guess. Honestly, if I was in Ezad's position here, I feel like just age up. This Cannoneer is going to shadow tick. He had almost 1,000 influence. He could instantly send 15 more Cannoneers and just have a ridiculous army. But maybe just feeling like he's dominating this fight. He's going to keep pressing the advantage. Some Javelin Riders coming in here for Ezad. Prize Bull has arrived. Look at that. All of its glory. 900 food sitting on that. Big Benny. Oh, Big Benny. Bam, lamp. Okay, and Neftenia is kiting back, getting some good value. Honestly, I feel like this is played to Mido's advantage at the moment. He's picked off a decent amount of Cannoneers, just kind of whittled away at some of Ezad's troops. Javelin's going up north. Not really sure what they're going to find, though. I felt like Ezad was in a strong position just to chill and age, but he decided to go out there and fight. Okay, and up to the north, there's some Javelin Riders scouting around. They're not really going to do too much damage. He'll get some line of sight. That's not going to do a whole lot. What's going on with Mido? Mido is sending his cow as well. Looks like, I think he shipped in. I don't know when he shipped this Gatania. I think he might have just shipped for this. It's kind of hard to keep these straight when they're saying the same shit. Down goes the cow. Wait, is he eating Big Benny? He has decided, I am not selling Big Benny for gold today. I am going to eat that juicy prime rib. Okay, Big Benny down for the count. Meanwhile, Ezad is aging. Mido is not aging. I mean, Ezad's looking nice here. But Mido's, he's got another force here of Gatania and Neftenia. Okay, here we go. I'm just kind of waiting for them to show up here and get this fight on the road. It looks like Mido's going back in to take a fight. With the Ezad aging, I think Ezad just wants to wait till the age comes in. This Cannoneer with Shadow Tech. He's got just about 1,000 influence. You almost think maybe you just wait and send that shipment. Should have it very soon. There we go. Mountain Monastery pops out. Instantly down goes an Issa warrior. He aged up with the Issa warriors. A heavy range Somali engineer attacks closer targets faster, counters cav from range. So he wanted some anti-cav there. But you know, this is good for Mido. He took out the racks. So what does that mean? This means Ezad is not upgrading his Ksenia, though he does not have a ton of them. Does he have any of them? Maybe he has none. 5. Oh, not the end of the world. Shadow Warrior's gonna pop out, and out goes a house. Mido's continuing to make troops. He is committing here to H2, trying to make something happen. He probably knows something's popping out. Getting those Neftinia. And there we go. War Camp is up. Is he going to upgrade troops? I don't even know if it's worth upgrading his troops yet. He doesn't really have anything that would benefit from it. I'm looking at villager count. Ezad's on 29 vills versus Mido's on 36 villagers. Did Ezad lose a ton of vills when I wasn't watching? Like, what the world happened? He must have. Oh, boy. Someone says Mido doesn't like going to 3. Well, that makes me like Mido because I hate going to H3. Yeah, that's all true. They would. There's a benefit, right? Yeah, so that'll upgrade the Shadow Warriors. So that'll be good. That's right. Okay, here we go. I swear these troops are not moving any faster. Is this slower than usual? I thought I fixed this. It's looking strange. Okay, and just a little bit of stalemate here. I thought there was going to be a big fight. I thought they were just going to really push it, but Mido has backed off and given the Ezad some time to get his upgrades in, get some of his H3 shipments in. Okay, there we go. Who will win this fight? If he can take out the Shuttle Warriors with his Gaskinia, his Neftinia can just kite and have a good time. And that's what he's trying to do. You know, I think Mido does stand a chance in this fight. Oh, we do have we got Abans in there doing a big whack there with their paddle or whatever the heck's in their hand. Okay, and Mido is retreating. You know, one misplay here could mean the end of the game and the end of the series for either player. So they're trying their hardest. Kind of weird. Did you guys see that? It looked like his Shuttle Warriors kind of just stood still for a second. And behind this, oh, you'll love to see it. Mido has H3, and he's got the Dervish. He's aged up with Dervish, and he's got Neftinia out here. These Dervish will do very well against these Ksenia. And I feel like Mido should be able to clean this, right? And he's got these Neftinia, which are going to get upgraded. Okay, 1,000 res. Ezad is sending in the Cannoneer shipment. That's going to be a super strong shipment for Ezad. He is sitting on 500 gold there for one of his bulls if he does want to sell it. And kind of, here we go. And now Mido is kind of pushing Ezad back. Ezad knows that shipment's coming, is going to wait. What else is going on here? We got some 5 javelins, not really doing much here. Ville's up here. Ezad has to know this is... I mean, this is... I always find on this map, this is what happens. Like, you hit this weird part of the game of, like, you know, you've been busy battling and getting your H-ups in, and then suddenly it's like, oh, crap. All of the food, all the res is super far away from everything I have to jump inside of. So, like, you know, like, imagine if he just rolled up here right now and wiped out those villagers. I do not think that Mido can take on his Cannoneers. I think he needs his own Cannoneers, or he needs something. So Mido's going to be very careful. Okay, he's trying to just defend his villagers. It's obvious that Ezad has spotted the dead vills, or the dead, dead hunts, and he's moving in. Okay, and Ezad's sending his big mortar shipment. I mean, he's got Cannoneers, he's got the mortar. I feel like Ezad just has some really nice momentum going on here. Very nice. Mido was able to catch those Shuttle Warriors moving in. But it's going to take this mortar a long time to get across the map, that's for sure. But, man, how's he going to kill that mortar? I don't know. I really don't know how he's going to kill that mortar. Does he know it's coming? He's got to know it's coming. Man, jeez. Look at this. Yeah. I've been thinking this shipment is a little overkill. These things are nuts. Wow. Okay, the mortar pops out. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, here we go. So taking some shots, but he's just gonna wait for his mortar to come in. It honestly gives Mito a little bit of time to figure out what else he's gonna train. But I mean, what do you think Mito's thinking? He's got 3 racks. Oh, he knows. He knows he's making a robo. This should be fun. I feel like Ezad has the stronger army, but if Mito gets his cav out, does he have? He's got a lot of Neftinias and can. If he can kill that cannon, he can kill the cannon. Got a lot of Neftinias here. He's gonna send a shipment. Oh man, I feel like Ezad needed to go when he got this. He just needed to push, and he is giving my like. If he was in here right now, Mito would not be able to. Oh, maybe he could kite. I don't know. This is fun. This is exciting. This is gonna be a great ending to this series. Okay, so we've seen this before. Ezad a little more prone to drop some early town centers. Okay, Ezad's got a second town center up, so I feel like this kind of puts pressure on Mito to do something. Let's look at the Vil count. Mito's on 43 versus Ezad's 39, so Mito's doing okay res-wise for now. Okay. Just waiting for the big fight. It's going to be happening. He's got his own mortar. Oh boy, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the teal big boy mortar. We got the blue mortar. We've got Neftinias. I feel like on paper, these Neftinias should do really well, but we do have cannoneers in here. Here we go. He's going to probably get the shot off with his cannon. He does spot the cavalry. Oh, boy. Boom! Very clumped up. Big shot. Ezad gets the first shot. And then Mito takes in a volley of his own. Who will win this fight? Oh, my gosh. He's just grouped up so much. He just can't be grouped up. I feel like right now, Ezad's getting the more value. Oh, wow. Everything that... Oh! Why do they gotta do it? Oh my gosh, the carnage. The absolute carnage. I think Ezad is winning. Yes, I think Ezad is winning this fight. I'm not sure. Neftinia's still alive. Oh, yes, the Shadow Warrior's moving in. And Ezad is going to hold this fight. He's going to take out the cannon. Is this the end of the series? Wow, what a battle. Oh, and down goes the cannon. We got Evans in the back trying to heal. We got villagers. You know, Mito might have been better off doing a Vil pool here. That might have been the series right there. Oh, boy. What can Mito do? Now, to be fair, Ezad doesn't have a ton of stuff. He does have his cannon. Oh, but he just got a pop of 3 Gaskinia. Is he typing? Is he typing? I don't know. He's not sending a shipment. How can he take out this cannon now, though? And Ezad's sitting on 2 town centers. Man, oh man. I don't know. This is this is the end of a series. I'm not surprised Mito's not calling it. He's gonna try to pull out some kind of stop. I don't know why he hasn't sent his shipment yet. What did he just delete there? Oh, that's it. I thought Mito was raging and deleting his town. He deleted his I guess was it the gold? Wait, what was that? That was the mountain monastery, right? Yes. I believe so. I don't know anymore. Okay, and we got a there we go, a defensive palace there in the middle of the map, and a 3rd town center. I don't know, guys. I think this all but spells gonna spell defeat for Mito. What can he do here to get some momentum going? He's got some Shadow Warriors, but what can he do? Yeah, those volleys. I really did come down to those volleys on the infantry mass. Man. What a bot. Yeah. Guys, was that not the most epic battle? Like, I feel like you could just clip exactly right there, that fight there for the trailer for this series. That That was awesome. You know, I see a lot of people complain about the balance in Africa. I mean, we know they're working out the balance. I think I've been truly enjoying just like the variety of new things that we get to experience in Age of Empires 3. They've already scaled back the stats in this guy, but like that battle was just awesome. We got so many different units in here. We've had such a diverse unit comp this entire game out of both players. We got H2 and Eftinia on the field. But man, I don't know how Mido's gonna kill this cannon. I just don't see it happening. Let's see how his influence is looking. Oh boy. Here we go. You just wait. I just like hold my breath when I see like the cannon like stop moving because you know he's getting ready. Oh, fire in the hole. Taking a big hit, but no one there's that cannonball rolling around. It survived. But really the nail in the coffin is, you know, the palace and the 3 town centers. Look at this. He's gathered, he's eating his own deer. Now remember, Ezad was behind on villagers at the beginning, but he has now overtaken the villagers score. Let's see what's going on here. Mido pushing. Ezad's gonna put, oh boy, he almost pushed right into his farms. But he has turned around, fields rather, or fields. Boom! 1,000 wood in the bank for Mido. I don't even know what you accomplished though. Like killing that palace doesn't do a whole lot. You can afford to lose some villagers. Okay, and we got kind of both players are just sieging. They're just doing some base trade stuff. Man, looking at the score though, Ezad is just up by 4K. What can Mido do here to possibly stop this Ethiopian army? If he can score a decent raid, it would help, but I don't think there's any raids happening right now. Just slowly moving around that mortar. We're going to have to fix the speed for this next series. Okay. And Mido's just running around. You know, typically I would fast forward this stuff because it's like, nothing's happening. They're just like, what's going on here? Yeah, 6K ahead. I think I would need EG's permission to hit that fast forward button here. Okay, so here we go. Mido's army has stopped. He is not out yet. He's taking a run for it. Debating what his next move is going to be. He does have the farms now, but this is the hard part in this map. You lose the middle of the map. His opponent, not only has he lost map control, he's forced to farms, and his opponent gets all of those ostriches in the middle of the field, gets the gold mines, and just gets further ahead. I do feel like this is a map that punishes you. If you lose, you know, a battle or lose mid, like I feel like you're in big trouble. Because the res, you just like have to have control of the middle of the map with the resources. Okay, down goes the granary. He still got his mortar alive. Now you wonder if he had killed that mortar. I mean, that battle could have, I feel like, could have gone either direction. I feel like it was just kind of like this came down to the volleys, and Mido's army was clumped up. Okay, here we go. We've got Mitoe moving in to try to repel back his invaders. Oh boy. But there's nothing he can do. Mido has to know this is the end. I think he's just in denial a little bit here. How can he take this out? Maybe he was just hoping with these shuttle warriors he could get an easy pick on this mortar when he wasn't looking. But Ezad has been on top of it, defending it. Down goes the granary. Man, was that a one shot or was that already lost? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Ezad didn't just... Maybe he was just playing it safe. You know, it is the final round of tourney. You don't just throw it all away. Now, this could be interesting. I just keep waiting. Like, if he could... You know, he could almost take a... You know, he could take some chances at some fights here if he could just kill that mortar. But Mito's doing maybe doing the smart thing. Just staying away from that mortar. You can't engage. He's got to have something. Oh, boy. Here comes Ezad's Neftinias. Okay, and sitting in the Conquistadors. Wonder if Mito will take this fight. When will he take the fight? What's he got? Okay, he's got Shuttle Warriors popping out. This has to be it for him. He's got a pop of units coming out. Here we go. Is this the end of the series? I felt like that last battle was like the battle of the series. Okay, just continuing just to get his villagers back. Mito's trying to pick off some vills, staying away from the army. Keeping his vills, I mean, doing a remarkably good job keeping his vills alive, to be honest, but he just doesn't have the talent center production that Ezad has. Okay, does he even take the fight here? Let's see. God, that cannon's just still alive. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing at the fact that I took the mortar out of my Ethiopia deck. Here we go. Will he get the cannon? The cannon goes down. Finally, the cannon is dead. Let's see, will these Shuttle Warriors be able to pick off these Neftinias? We do have a lot of Giskinia on the back line. And Mito calls GG, well played. And boy, was it out of both players. What a great series. Just every game. I mean, I'd say the only one that was quick was that cheeky Ezad House of Rush against China, right? But that's going to be the wrap. And Ezad will go on to face the winner of Age of Killer versus A's, if I'm correct. And don't you worry, I'm casting that game next. Yes, so stick around. We are going to be doing that. Let's check out the post-game report real quick. Resources. We got Ezad was ahead by 2K res. You know, kind of surprising. Although Mido did have more villagers for a lot of the game. Yeah, so not too bad considering how much map control and talent centers. I mean, really look at this. Look at this. This has to be like when that fight happened, right? Let's see where it happened. Like, this was anyone's fight. Mido, in fact, had more military population. Look at this. This could have been Mido winning the series, going home with the win. And it just came down to some great volleys, a slightly different unit comp. I mean, what a close game. What a close game. And good game to both these players.